What up, everybody? Welcome to Minorly Important, the podcast where we talk about minor league sports. I'm your host, Kevin Marlowe. I'm joined here by my co-host, Colin Scholl. Colin, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just ready to talk about sports and standings. Plus, we got some huge news coming up in other leagues here that just got released. So, pretty excited to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm also joined here by Dylan Little. Dylan, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, man? Not too much, man. Still fighting this little flu that we got going on, passing through. The kids are still coughing, but on the upswing, and the wife, still coughing, but kind of lost her voice. So,
Oh man, that's a good time.
Hey, now be careful. My wife listens to this. Hey.
Hey, and then we're also joined by Ryan Baker. Ryan, what's up, man?
Oh, man, I'm just having a good time until, my wife hears my wonderful comment about my wife losing her voice. But no, we're just enjoying some time watching the Elimination Chamber and enjoying just some Northern Indiana nights.
I don't know about you. I've got the Stadium Series pulled up.
Same.
Did you see they actually brought the cannon?
Yes. Really stinks because, Colin, when me and Ryan went, I wanted them to shoot it more, but it was your bachelor party and you're a Wings fan, so I'm happy that they got the shutout.
Yep, me too.
But all right, well, tonight we're going to cover how everything's looking in the G League, the APHL, and the ECHL. But then we've also, if any of you checked out our station, our YouTube channel, we have a series on stadium tours, and we got to visit the APHL's Summit City Distillers when they played the Kalkaska Battlers. Well, there's some news coming out of the APHL that involves the Summit City Distillers and the Toledo Mobsters, so we'll cover that. But Dylan, in the meantime, can you give us how things are looking in the G League?
Yeah, man. All right, so we're going to start off in the East. We got the Capital City Go-Go, if I could talk today. They're sitting in first with 14-7. Second, we got the Indiana Mad Ants at 14-9. Right behind them in third, we got Greensboro Swarm at 14-9, so tied with our Indiana team here. Fourth, we got the Maine Celtics at 15-10. Fifth, we got Westchester Knicks, 14-10, and then rounding out the sixth spot, we got however you pronounce that word, Ocelino Magic. How do you say that?
Ocelina.
Ocelina. That was close.
Close.
Anyway, so that's the Eastern Conference top six. Let's go over to the Western. We got Austin Spurs 15-6 in the leading position there. Stockton Kings 15-7 in second. Salt Lake City Stars 14-9. Valley Suns 14-10 in fourth place. And fifth, we got Santa Cruz Warriors 12-9. And rounding out the sixth spot, we got the Memphis Hustle 11-10.
Just a reminder to you guys that it's the top six that make the playoffs. So right now we're just reading you the top six who all is in a playoff spot. But closer to the end of the season, we'll probably read you off who else is kind of in that playoff hunt. So, all right. Well, then let's head over to the ECHL. Colin, where are we standing with who would be the top four in each division? Who's in the playoffs there?
Okay, so top four in the East, we have obviously the Florida Everblades.
Yep.
36-11, just absolutely destroying everybody. Next is the Troy Rivieras Lions. And they're the only team that's, quite close to Florida at second. Third is South Carolina. And fourth is the good old Jacksonville Icemen. Now the top four in the West. First place, Kansas City Mavericks, 35 wins, 13 losses. Toledo Walleye, 33-14. Third is the Tulsa Oilers, 30-16. Fourth is the Iowa Heartlanders, 30-16. But the Comets are right behind Iowa at fifth right now, 31-17, and they're actually playing a game right now. So we'll see how the standings look after tonight when the Comets either win or lose. And right behind the Comets is one of the coolest teams in the ECHL, Tahoe Night Monsters.
Nightmare.
All right, and then Ryan, you've got the AHL. Who are the top four in each division in that one?
All right, in the Atlantic, we have the Hershey Bears in first place, followed by the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins in second. Third place, we got the Providence Bruins. Fourth place, the Charlotte Checkers. Jumping over to the North Division, first place, the Rochester Americans. Boo that one, Canada. Followed by the Laval Rockets in second. And the Toronto Marlies, that's not even a cool name, in third. Toronto, boo. Fourth place, we have the Cleveland Monsters. Jump to the Central, we got the Milwaukee Admirals in first. Texas Stars in second. The Grand Rapids Griffins in third. And the Chicago Wolves in fourth. Going to the Pacific, we got the Calgary Boo Wranglers in first. The Coachella Valley Firebirds in second. The Cup Thieves, the Colorado Eagles in third. And the Ontario Boo Rain in fourth. And then not far behind is the San Diego Gulls. They're going to find a way in the playoffs. Go
Everybody's favorite, the San Diego.
Everybody's favorite, the San Diego Gulls.
Can we just... The NHL killed it with the Four Nations Cup.
Yeah.
As much as the four of us on this podcast, James isn't here tonight, but we all would have rather Austin Matthews had scored that goal a few seconds before
and
McDavid
played some defense. Sorry.
Yeah, don't leave.
Did you guys know Austin Matthews did not score a goal at all throughout that tournament?
It's because he's playing in Toronto.
But he did so much more.
He did, but he obviously didn't work on his defense enough.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but all right.
Channeled
and now
Maple Leaf.
Yeah. And now we are going to cover standings in the APHL. So as we were talking about,
our own Kevin Marlowe.
Yeah. So in first place are the Buffalo Tempests. They have played 17 games and are at 14-3. In second place, the Summit City Distillers at 20 are with 21 games played at 14-7. So that's where that tiebreaker came in. The Distillers have played more games and have just as many wins. So, in second place, is the West Michigan Sentinels at 13-4. In fourth place are the Toledo Mobsters at 10-8. In fifth place are the Kalkaska Battlers at 6-10. And then followed by the Iron City Forge at 2-14, and rounding out in last place, the Flint Lumberjacks at 1-11.
The Iron City Forge team sounds so cool. I love that team name.
Yeah, and they're black and yellow, just like Pittsburgh. That's nice. Where they're from, is Pittsburgh. So they match the city's colors with the black and yellow and stuff. All right. So there was last weekend a huge skirmish between the Summit City Distillers and the Toledo Mobsters.
No wonder.
And yep. That classic Fort Wayne and Toledo rivalry. It left some of you may have seen, for those of you that follow the APHL, the APHL president released a very long statement. Colin, do you have that statement? Can you read that for our listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me pull it up here. All right. From Joshua Way, APHL president. In a recent matchup, the Toledo Mobsters faced off against the Summit City Distillers at home, ultimately losing 5-3, with the Distillers scoring the winning goal just 1 minute before the end of the game. Meanwhile, West Michigan hosted the Kalkaska Battlers, successfully defending their home ice with a 3-1 victory. Iron City went up against the number 2 Buffalo Tempest in a closely contested game, but the Tempest showcased their strength in the APHL, winning 7-5. Both the Summit City Distillers versus Toledo Mobsters and Buffalo Tempest versus Iron City featured back-to-back games. On Sunday, Iron City fought valiantly but fell short against the Tempest, ending the game with a score of 10-7. Although currently last in the APHL, Iron City has shown consistent improvement this season and managed to hold their ground against the dominant Tempest team. The game between the Toledo Mobsters and Summit City on Sunday began with an unfortunate line brawl right off the start. This setback proved detrimental for the Mobsters, leading to a significant loss of 0-8 against the Distillers, resulting in the game being called by APHL management and on-ice officials at the end of the first period. So that means they scored 8 goals in the first period against Toledo, which is crazy.
And I have some info on that. Continue.
Player safety is paramount at all levels of hockey and within every league. The APHL does not condone the actions taken on or off the ice by either team. The APHL official-in-chief and the executive board conducted a thorough evaluation of the events that transpired on Sunday. As a result, several players from Toledo will face severe and lengthy suspensions, including indefinite suspensions from one player from each team. The APHL stands firm against the inappropriate behavior exhibited in Sunday's matchup, as our priority is to foster a competitive environment for our players while ensuring a safe space for all players, staff, and fans of every age.
Wow. So that is what was released. You can go and I'm sure that most teams broadcast their games. I haven't gone and looked, but I'm pretty sure that you could probably go and find that.
Somewhere. It's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure there's video somewhere, and we'll try to find it and see if we can share it to our Facebook page. We'll see what we can do. But we have we know some people in the organizations and stuff like that. So I got a firsthand recount of what happened. The Distillers were reached out by a player from Toledo asking for a fight at the beginning of the game. It was his last game. He wanted to fight. Cool. That's part of hockey. Toledo, on the other hand, their coach wanted to start a line brawl to bring in the female goalie from the Distillers. I don't know why they would want to do that, because she's fantastic. But that was what was said. They then started a line brawl because they wanted to they started their backup goalie, so then they could bring in the Distillers' second goalie and put their starting goalie. When it didn't work, they then started to try to injure as many Distillers as possible, putting them on the penalty kill for most of the first period, which is why the Distillers won 8-0.
Yeah, hence the score.
Yes. Both the owner from the Toledo Mobsters and the owner of the Distillers were working together. They could see things were getting out of hand, and it got to end the game. One player
After
from the
the
Distillers
first period.
one player got he broke his for the Distillers, got thrown out, ejected, and he broke his stick, and I think it might have hit somebody in the stands, but I'm not sure. But that's why he got ejected. And then as they were ending the game, the player coach for Toledo said some sexist things to Taylor, the female goalie. And then it started another brawl to where it just, he is now no longer allowed to play for the rest of the year. So there we go. That right there is crazy, and that just goes to show you these guys in the APHL work normal jobs, work an 8 to 5 job every day, and then on the weekends go and play semi-pro hockey. And to just throw it away like that and do stuff like that, like that's just it's just crazy. Like
It
me
means
telling
they
the
don't care
story,
about the game. That's what
Yeah.
I pick up.
Mhm.
Yep. I don't know. It was just I can't
just don't-
believe it.
I don't understand the targeting of the female goalie. Like that blows my mind a little bit. Like, yeah, she's part of the team, and yes, like they treat her as one of the guys or whatever. But there's still a female. Like, I'm sorry, like you don't do that crap. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
fighting is part of the sport, you know, and it makes me mad when a lot of people come out and say fighting's not part of the sport anymore. They need to get rid of
Right.
fighting. No, that's a terrible take on hockey. Fighting's
Agreed.
part of the sport. However, it's not the only thing in the sport. Okay, this isn't whatever that movie is with the guy from American Pie.
Goon.
Goon. This isn't Goon. This is okay. Like we're not going out and dropping gloves with everyone. Like, you know, if you're gonna fight somebody, there's a reason behind the fight. You're there to protect your players. To go out and say we're gonna start a line brawl because we want to get the female goalie in a fight, that's not protecting anyone. That's just ridiculous.
It's being
Agreed.
stupid.
Agreed.
Well, I don't know if they wanted to get her in a fight. I think they wanted to play against her because technically, I think she's goalie number 2 for them, and I think they wanted to try to
I
draw.
misunderstood that. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I want to. Yeah, no. I mean, that's my understanding. But still, to look at her, from what I understand, like the
second
comments, and I'm not going to share the comments that were made, because I didn't hear it firsthand. I've just heard from a couple people, but it was like is very sexist and like Taylor. Like, if you go and check out our video on when we visited the Distillers versus Kalkaska, like he darn near had a shutout and should have. Kalkaska got a couple garbage time goals, and Taylor was fantastic. Taylor Schwann is a great goalie, whether you know she's a female or not. She has earned her spot in this league, and I wouldn't want to face her. I saw how good she was when I was there.
How about we start her when they play the Mobsters again, then, and see how it goes.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I know, it's so stupid. Like, how dumb do you have to be to try to do something like that? And now, yeah, Colin, if they do start her for one of those games, she's gonna be ticked.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And you know she's gonna play on her head that game. Like,
Yep.
that's the last thing you want to do.
Well, not only that, like I'd be worried about starting her too, because like what if she's targeted on purpose?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
it sounds like
thing.
that's what they wanted to happen in the first place.
Well, they kept trying to target a bunch of Distillers players, and that's why the game was 8-0.
Well, there's a reason why they're called the Mobsters, I guess.
And they are from Toledo, so we got to think about that too. Ooh.
Yeah.
They're basically Canada. Let's just give them to Canada.
It's pretty much it's pretty much Glass City out there. So anything that is said towards them, they break instantly and just act like a crybaby.
And
Right.
for those of you that can't tell, we don't like the city of Toledo. However, I will say this: like, I've never seen the Walleye do something like this. Like, this is even low for the city like that. Like,
This something like that probably hasn't happened since when we had the podcast with Shane. Like, what was he saying? Like the 1950s?
yeah.
I mean, they do have a fantastic zoo in Toledo, so we'll give them that.
They do.
Yeah, the
Those
city of
animals
Toledo
don't
is
do nothing
fantastic.
to them. They shouldn't even be there. Take them out of Toledo.
Yeah, we should
Bring 'em to
bring
Fort
them to
Wayne.
the Fort Wayne Zoo.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. In Toledo, there is a hot dog place, and this is free advertisement for you. It's called Tony Pacos, and
Oh yes.
oh, it's so good. It's so good. When we go tour Toledo, we'll all have to go to Tony Pacos because it's fantastic.
Well, we should probably start saying nice things about Toledo.
Nope.
Yeah, there it goes. There it is.
Actually,
We're gonna hate
did you
it.
know you can buy those, Kevin? You can buy those Tony Pacos hot dogs at Carve in Auburn.
Yes, but they're
They're
not as
delicious.
good. They're not as good as when they're fresh.
They're not fresh. Yeah, that's fair.
Right.
Oh, their pork tenderloins are amazing, and their jalapeno poppers. I just bought some yesterday.
I
Where?
love jalapeno poppers.
Carve.
Yeah.
No.
Carve in Auburn. Yeah. Got to get up there.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
But what's cool about Tony Pacos is that anytime a celebrity comes in, like there have been plenty of famous people. Like they became famous when R on MASH like talked about him because he's from Toledo, and they have people sign hot dog buns. They have like little foam fake hot dog buns that they'll have you sign, and their wall is just covered. So like I've seen so many different presidents and actors and athletes and stuff like that. Cans of Tony Pacos chili has been taken up into space. So it's a cool place. But enough about the free advertisement for them, even though like they're great. But anyways, like we talk crap about the Walleye, but in reality, like they're a good franchise and they're a good organization. It's just a rival. Like
Every time I've went to Toledo to watch a Comets game, nothing but nice people around us every time.
Yeah.
So
so when we talk like that, it's just a fun rivalry.
Right.
The more I look at this, like what
there was one player on Toledo's team that said some not so nice things to me one day. And I can't remember his name.
But it was during the elimination game in the playoffs.
It was the game they got eliminated. And there was a kid behind him that asked him for a puck. He had a sign that had the player's name and said, "Can I have a puck?" And we were sitting right next to Toledo's bench. So I kind of looked through the glass and I said, "Hey, that kid wants a puck." And I don't know what he thought I said, but he starts going off on me. And he's like, he called me fat and some other not so nice things that I can't say that on our channel, or it's going to be will be the explicit tag. But so anyway, I was like, wow, that was kind of crazy. Like, I just told you this small child behind you wants a puck and you just blew up on me. Well, anyway, after the game, they got eliminated, the Comets, in that game, and he comes off the ice crying. So obviously I do the Austin Powers thing of start rubbing my belly and say, "Get in my belly," because he made a comment like I was fat and could eat him or something. I was like, all right, whatever. And then he just gave me this like little whimpery dog look as he walks into their locker room.
Should have gave the kid a puck.
Right.
That's all I had. I mean,
they might have won
from. Well, yeah, like karma, dude. Karma just bitch your whole team.
No, but like
I forgot we were sitting next to the bench that elimination game where the Comets won. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
And I know in the APHL, like fighting is like it's old school hockey. Like it is. Yeah, like, but to just jump the entire team like that for no reason. It's not like there was a dirty hit like the last time they played, or like there wasn't a reason.
Right.
Like it was just to start crap. And like to find that out, and like if you play on the Mobsters and you'd like to tell your side of the story, we will happily have you on the podcast.
Come on.
Please listen. But from what I hear, and judging by the fact that the Distillers were on the power play, I'm assuming, like, I didn't watch the game, but I'm assuming that means they played most of the first period as 5-on-3.
Or 5-on-4, however it was.
Yeah, like, I know that they played most of the first period on the power play, but I don't know whether it was a 5-on-3 or a 5-on-4. But still, to play one or two men down the entire first period and to be down 8-0 and have the game called, like, that just speaks how like I don't know. I'm trying to be professional.
About hockey at the time, then, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
They weren't trying to win a game. Like, it just blows my mind.
Yeah. Oh, like, and clearly, like, if there's something that like caused this, that like the Distillers like needed to be paid back for something. But like, it doesn't sound like that, because if it were, it would have been 3-on-3 the entire first period. Like, there would have just been penalty after penalty on both teams. And Toledo was at home. So that would tell me that, like, I know that refs are, non-biased and like stuff like that, but like, you wouldn't, if it were an even thing, you wouldn't be calling it that heavily against the home team. If that, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
no, agreed.
I don't know. I'm at a loss for words with that. Like, hearing, I'd like to talk crap about Taylor. Like, I've gotten to interact with her a couple times, and she's fantastic. She's a super nice person. She's really good. And like, to say some sexist crap, like, that's just wrong.
You could be headed to the PWHL one day. You just don't know.
Yeah, you don't know that. Like, she's in her journey, and like, that's part of the cool thing about this, is it's giving people an opportunity to like get their foot in the door. And we talked to Nick, and like, that's part of this whole thing, is to like move people from semi-pro to professional. Like, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words with that. That just sounds, that is way out of character for like the game of hockey. Like,
and for a semi-pro team too.
Yeah, no. We can all look at the US Canada game, but like, that was, you all know that the Kachuk brothers and those 3 fights in 9 minutes, or I'm sorry, 9 seconds, there was a show aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like, it was it was their version of like a dunk contest, kind of, like, you know what I mean?
And they booed the national anthem.
Right.
That too. Yep.
And they booed the national anthem again tonight at Elimination Chamber. It's in Toronto, but just sorry, off task. Go ahead, Kevin.
But like, I don't know, like, I think I can speak for all of us that we all like the fights in hockey, but like, I don't want it to just, Ryan, I think it was you saying, like, it's you don't just fight to fight. You fight to defend your player. Like, if we're all playing against each other, and like, I check Dylan into the boards in a nasty way that is like uncalled for. He's not even near the puck. And Ryan's his teammate. Ryan's job is to come and take me out. Like,
as he should.
Yes.
Check
Take
me
you out
into
to
the
dinner.
boards. Yeah, there it is.
But like, I don't know. Like, and I love, like, the cool thing about APHL games. And again, plug in our YouTube channel. Like, go check this out. Where we visited Parkview Sport One Ice House, where the Distillers play. It's, you get to be up close and personal with the players. Like, well, during intermission, it's not uncommon for the players to be hanging out outside of the locker room, and you can go
And you're
chat with
super
them
close
and hang
to
out.
the ice too. Like, you're close to the glass.
Yeah, no. It's such a cool way, like, for a family to go, like, get their kids, like, up close and personal with, like, a good quality hockey game. And I can't imagine wanting to support something where, like, I wouldn't want my kids to go to that game. Like, I wouldn't want children to go see that. Dylan, I mean, you have 2 young boys. Would you want them to go see that?
No, sir.
And like, like I said, and I would love to get Toledo's side of this. I would love to know what they're, what they're saying, but just,
I don't know. I feel like everybody's at a loss for words, because that stuff just doesn't happen. It doesn't.
Right.
No,
Crazy.
But like, I just, I don't know. I mean, and this stems back. I'm sure some of this stems back from the first time Toledo came to Fort Wayne. There was some incidents with the fans. We're not gonna get too into it, but like an altercation started in the lobby after the game, and like I said, just don't want to get too far into it. Like I'm not. There's details that I got told about this fight that I'm just not sharing because it's just there's no point. There's no point in doing it. We're giving you the important details, but like I don't know. Anybody else here think that like? Can anybody see any reason why Toledo would be justified in this?
Nope.
No, there's no justifying it. I mean, it is, if you want to go out there and you want to get in a single fight because it's your last game, that's whatever. But
yeah, I don't blame that guy at all.
Yeah.
But
to go out there and try to hurt people. Well, and even a line brawl officer, like right, that happens. I mean,
That's
look
fine.
what happened. The Rangers did it, but when you start trying to hurt people, and your goal is to get, your goal is to target players, like, it's crazy. And it was premeditated, like you said. That they start their backup goalie, knowing what they're trying to do.
Right.
Right. I mean, and I mean, like you said, line brawls happen. Look what happened in the NHL when the Kachuk brothers played each other. When Florida and Ottawa played each other, and that has to be one of the greatest ref calls of all time. Of what was it? It's like so and so 2 minutes for this, so and so 2 minutes for that, and everybody on the ice has a 5-minute misconduct for fight or a 10-minute misconduct or something like that. It was great, but like crap happens and like that. But to premeditate it. And then after that, because things didn't go the way you had planned with your premeditated shenanigans, to then try to hurt as many players as possible, from what I'm hearing, like that just seems. I want to hear Toledo's side of this.
Yeah, because like you said, these are guys that work normal jobs, guys and girls that work normal jobs. So like it's one of those like, hey, we're gonna hurt you for this game. You're making a few bucks playing, but this could like
they don't make any
over
money.
into their
they don't get paid.
Yeah. Oh well, there you go. So we're gonna hurt you in this game. You don't make any money, and that could take you out of your actual job too. Like
right,
talking about life here. It's not like the NHL where if you get hurt, you're getting paid.
Right.
But out of all the teams in this league, are we surprised that Toledo did it?
No.
Maybe that's our bias. But
yeah.
No.
You know what? To get back at Canada for booing that national anthem, we should dump maple syrup in Lake Superior.
Yeah.
It's
the Superior syrup party.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
But,
all in good fun. Canada.
Not really.
We don't hate.
America's hat. That's all I care about. Anyway.
I mean, if it wasn't for Canada, there would be no NHL anyways. So
there'd also be no curling.
That too. Curling is such a cool sport.
Fort Wayne has a curling league, by the way.
Yeah.
Brian tried to get me to join that curling league.
Yes.
We should go. They have like trying night, like nights where you can just like go and try it out. All right, you the listeners, let us know. Would you want to see all of us from Minorly Important go try curling?
Please.
I'm not going to be a scrubber. I'm not going to be a scrubber. That job's hard. No way.
There are two.
I'll do the scrubbing because I can't do the splits they have to do to release the rock. I can't do that, so I'll scrub.
I'll probably forget to let go, honestly.
Yeah,
I've got friends. I've got friends at work, including one of them is my boss. They actually have they're part of the rookie curling league. So they might be able to let us go take a look at that.
That'd be fun.
Remember, you have to scream harder if you need to. Harder. If you want us to, if you
Hada.
want to keep the puck a moving, stone, if you will. If you want to keep the
Yes,
stone
yeah.
moving, you got to scrub harder.
Oh, we should do a
But-
thing where minorly important tri sports.
Oh boy.
That'd be fun.
Golf's gonna
Oh.
be fun.
Who all played sports here? Who played what sports? I can go. I play hockey currently. I played soccer. I played Little League baseball and Little League basketball back when I was
Okay.
younger and in elementary.
I was gonna say if we're talking like little league, like, yeah, I played baseball growing up, but then I'm a drummer, so I stopped doing all that and played drums.
Nice. Yeah. Same. I did play. I played soccer in high school for a couple of years, lettered, and then played indoor soccer. I think my senior year, but hockey is my adult sport.
Indoor
What about you,
soccer's the
Colin?
bomb.
Yeah.
Baseball and football.
Nice.
Can't throw a baseball
What about-
anymore. My arm's messed
Ooh.
up.
But you can drum.
I can drum though.
Right.
It's all in
Yep.
the wrist. Or what did that one guy say?
All in the hips.
In the
It's
hips.
all in the
It's
hips.
all in the hips.
Hips. What about you, Ryan?
I did football, baseball, basketball, soccer, wrestling.
This guy.
What am I missing? I know I played some other sports, golf.
He did a little of
bocce.
everything. He actually
Really,
played
everything but real like hockey. I never played like a sanctioned hockey game.
But you played pond hockey though.
I have played some pond hockey, and growing up, my brother had a friend who they had one of those rinks that you can buy for the winter.
Oh, the
They had-
ODRs?
Yeah, I had one of those in their front yard. So we actually, I got to play a
Nice.
little bit of like hockey in there. That was pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah, those are really fun. But no, I played really a little bit of every sport.
Cool.
Big sports guy.
Ryan went to state for wrestling,
Nice.
didn't you?
I drummed.
No, I did not go. I did not make it. I was not
Oh,
that
I
good.
thought
Liar.
you did. I thought you made it one year.
Nope. I've coached to the high levels, but I never myself made the high level of wrestling. Yeah, no, almost close. I beat some people that did, but I beat some people that did, but never made it myself.
Yeah.
One thing that I would like to talk about is the progression of Fort Wayne FC and how
I
they
was
are
just
now,
about to bring that up.
and now they're how they're now in USL One, or is it just USL?
No, they're in USL One. They will move in the 2026 season. So they will play in USL League Two like they have been for this season. But then they will move to USL League One also the same year that they open up their new stadium.
Hey.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
So professional soccer is in the Summit City now.
Yep.
We need
Um,
to do that.
and- We'll tour that. We might do one of their current digs and one of their new digs. We'll have to
We
reach
have
out.
a little bit of an in there. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Cool thing is that DeMarcus Beasley, who is a United States Soccer Hall of Famer, has played in the most World Cups out of any American soccer player, and has just played all over the world, is their owner. And believe it or not, he is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Yes, he is.
Gotten to meet
You
him a
think
couple
we could get
times, I
him on
think.
the pod?
I'll
That'd be
reach out.
awesome.
We'll see what we can do.
That'd
Yeah,
be sweet.
That'd be cool.
We get some
What
autographs.
about you,
here.
listeners? Do you? Yeah.
Who cares?
Part
I did
of
have
the our podcast is you do have to sign these here soccer balls.
For
Sign
Ryan
the
for
shin-
his.
sign the shin guard for me.
This is a hockey shin guard. This isn't even a soccer shin guard. Yeah. So what?
Mm,
I don't know. I want to start getting some like players on because we've had a lot of front office people, and I want to get some players on. All right, question to the audience: what players would you like us to interview? But I did
go
also
first.
want to ask. Oh, go ahead,
Players.
Colin.
Players from the walleye in the comments.
Hmm.
One player from
Oh, I
the
think
comments. One player from the
Yeah.
walleye.
That'd be fun.
I want to do. If those of you that listened to last episode with Shane Albarani, he said that we should do a documentary, and we
Should do that.
I've been brainstorming. Haven't really talked to you guys about it, but I've been brainstorming. I think I've got some ideas for how we should do it. So, you, the listeners, do you think? Let us know in the comments or anywhere on our social media. Should we do would you like to see a documentary of the rivalry between Toledo and Fort Wayne? Which now we can include the APHL.
There you go.
Killing two birds with one stone.
Oh yeah. But no, I think Fort Wayne FC moving up is huge. I think
cool.
that I also noticed right before they made that announcement that they were doing a bunch of hiring for like different front office positions and expanding their front office. So it's not surprising to see them growing, and that's what's leading to them doing that.
I guarantee you they made the switch because of that stadium too.
Mhm.
Oh, that was the plan. I know from day one that when they got that, they were going to do USL League 2 until they could get themselves a bigger stadium, because there is a seating capacity that you have to hit to have a USL League 1 team. And I
And they
think
hit it.
technically, because they're with that stadium, of course, I think technically they could do it at St. Francis. They're playing at the University of St. Francis here in Fort Wayne right now, and I think they could hit that seating capacity there.
Yeah, I truly
But-
didn't realize that soccer would be so loved here in Fort Wayne, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I know it's a cool sport and all. Not something I love personally, but when we were on the drum line there for that first like season or so, it was actually pretty packed. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
cool.
Every game
Yeah.
is back.
Like in the rain,
Yeah.
like these guys are crazy.
Soccer hooligans, man. Soccer hooligans. Now, with that stadium,
What'd you say, Ryan?
you're going to get a Vuvuzela.
Yeah,
Do
go
it.
to Zayla and take it to the game.
We,
Come on, Kyle.
And I just point out that Detroit is tied with Columbus right now. Let's go.
OT?
Anyway, go on.
who scored?
Still in third, so we're 3-3 with 3 minutes to go.
Right, who scored the tying goal?
The Brinket, it looks like.
Oh, nice.
I could
Former
be wrong. I didn't-
Blackhawk. Let's go.
Yep, former Blackhawk. Vladimir Tarasenko, former Blue, not doing that much, but
You
it's
got
okay.
you got two Blackhawk greats.
Like, yeah,
The
man.
Cat and the Cane.
Cat and Kaner.
One thing I want to see with that stadium, I want to see the Comets do an outdoor game there.
Ooh,
It'd
that'd
be
be
so
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
We
It
gotta
would have to be cool.
we gotta yeah. Like, I can't imagine being an ice crew at one of these outdoor games, like the Stadium Series right now in Columbus. Like, having to make sure that ice stays like the perfect 23
Yeah.
degrees.
I don't know how they
Like-
do it.
Well, so when the Winter Classic was in Minnesota, they had to have heaters on the ice because it
Uh-huh.
would have gotten too hard and the skate wouldn't have cut it like it should because it was too hard. So they had to have heaters underneath the ice to warm it to 23 degrees. Like, if you look, there's a great picture of Ryan O'Reilly with like ice chips all through his beard.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, and some people like cracking a beer or something, and it's like the head of the foam coming out of the can is all frozen. Like, it was insanely cold at that. Like, and
Mhm.
I can't imagine being an ice crew for that. But I do want to see the Comets do it. They do the Heritage Classic all the time for the Heritage game for the ECHL. I want to see I want to see the Comets, and it should be against the Walleye.
It should be.
Could be.
Naturally.
Yep.
Kalamazoo would be a good game too.
Oh
One of
yeah,
these names.
Kalamazoo. Also, Kalamazoo did the pink ice, and I know we had already talked about this. That pink ice was just like I couldn't see the red line. I don't know how the refs do it. I'm going right back to my statement that I made that last time. But also, good on Kalamazoo for raising awareness for cancer and stuff like that. Like, totally get why they do it. It looks super cool. I just want you to have the lines like visible.
It actually, when
Right.
I saw the picture of it, it hurt my eyes just looking at it.
Yeah, but we are going to start trying to tour around and go see some different stadiums. So we do want to hear you guys tell us which stadium you want us to see. But yeah,
I was thinking
There's a
it's
lot-
either going to be. Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
there's a lot of good minor league stadiums to go visit.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I mean, the surrounding areas of where we're at, we still have
Oh.
in Indy.
Yep.
We still have Kalamazoo.
Mhm.
Yep,
We still have Toledo
yep.
and
Cincy.
Cincinnati. That barn is really cool. It's old
Yep.
style too, and it's right next
Well,
to
and
the. It's right next to the Cincinnati Red Stadium too.
Yeah, well, and then we've got the AHL and the NBA G League, which takes us to Grand Rapids, the Chicago area, Rockford, and then there's Columbus have any minor league teams?
I don't know.
Oh, they got the. I was getting ready to say the Crew, but that's a professional soccer.
Yeah, no, that's MLS.
Or ML.
Oh, the
that
Blue
stadium's
Jackets.
full too.
The Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, they're-
winning 4-3 right now.
Yeah,
They're
got another
basically a
goal.
minor league team.
They're the Wings and the Blue Jackets are right now the two wild card teams in the East.
Yep.
Like they're I want both of these teams to make it, although that kills me to say as a the Bruins are one of my second favorite teams.
All right, boys.
Yeah.
Out of the APHL, out
Yeah.
of the Calder Cup, out of the Kelly Cup, who's winning it this year?
As much as I hate to say it,
Indian goals.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Florida Everblades win it again in
Yeah.
the ECHL.
That's
Yeah,
probably true.
it's either gonna
Um,
be Kansas City, Florida.
Yep,
I kind of want to see Wheeling go to the finals. That'd be cool.
that would be. As much as I hated to see us lose to them, I would like to see them have some success. The scary thing is that I know we're in 5th right now, but if the Comets keep adding these pieces back like they did from the other Kelly Cup, there are games where Fort Wayne looks unstoppable, and then there are ones where it just looks like they just don't play.
They forget their game. They forget the game plan sometimes.
Like Colin, the
Mhm.
game you and I went to, and I know he wasn't in the video, but Dylan was actually also there across the arena in the suite. There are, if you look in the video and zoom way the far in, you can see him.
Mhm.
But like Colin, like the game we went to is fantastic.
It was
Like,
amazing.
we destroyed them
Just like what, 5 something? I forget.
5-0.
Yeah.
because it was a shutout. Also, all hockey teams, I just want to point out, goalies do really well when we are in the building doing a stadium tour. So you should invite us there. Wink, wink.
We're the goalie good luck charm.
Yes, we are. But I think we are going to travel. We're working it out right now to go down to Indy to go see that barn. What's the name of that one? It's the Fishers Event Center. I think
Yeah,
is what it's called.
And
gonna be good.
Fishers and Noblesville be getting these new arenas. Kind of jealous.
Yep.
Stupid.
And we've already gotten told that we will get a very good the Noblesville arena for the Mad Ants. We will get a very detailed tour of. That'll be a good one.
Oh, I'm
We've
so
already been
excited to
promised
see
that.
I'm so excited to see their locker room.
Oh yeah, yep. I'm sure we could work that out.
Oh, it'd be so cool.
But so, but yeah, I mean, it's just a it's been a crazy week in the in minor league sports. And I keep looking. We're gonna do an episode coming up here when we start talking about the MILB. MILB does a cool thing where they start. It's called an alternate identity. It's kind of like their specialty jersey. So, like the NBA has the City Edition jersey. The NHL has done the reverse retro. MILB does what they call the alternate identity. And we're going to go through and start going through some of those and talking about which ones we think are the best. Our hometown Tin Caps have a tenderloin as their alternate identity. And I love it. I love that logo and I love that identity. But we do want to know who you guys think. Colin asked a good question, and we do want to know who do you think will win the Kelly Cup, Calder Cup, and the G League this year? We want to know all of that. I
would love to say the
personally-
comments for the Kelly Cup, but hey, you never
if
know. They
can
could
put
have
their
a really
if they put the pieces together, they could.
Yeah.
I think you could put them in. I think they'll make the playoffs. I think you could put them in as a dark horse. I think
Perry?
Florida will be. I think it'll be Florida or Wheeling. In the East, I think that's a pretty well set. I would love to see Tahoe make it. I think. Yeah, I think that would be good. Tahoe has a secret weapon for their home games that I kind of would like to get on the podcast.
What's that?
A content creator, trying to think of his name, something chirps. Basically, he's well known for his catchphrase of "you bum."
I see him on TikTok all the time.
Yep. I think it's like Travie chirps or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, but he used to do it, or he does it for the San Francisco Giants, but has also teamed up with the Tahoe Night Monsters.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so and so.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you don't wash your hands after using the restroom.
That's
You
true.
bum.
You bum. He's fantastic. I want to get him on the podcast. But so if you're listening, let us know. But I want. I think Tahoe, just because I love that name and their logo. I'd love to see them in the finals as well.
If we could get him out to a Comets game, that'd be really cool too.
Against Tahoe, but he would probably still chirp our guys
absolutely.
The home penalty box.
For the Calder, I think it's gonna be the Hershey Bears again.
Yep.
San Diego Goals.
Everybody's favorite.
They're only how many spots? How many points out are we? Hold on.
I don't know. I think the G League is a freaking tight race right now, though.
18 points is doable by the end of the year.
Is that how many points are out of the playoffs?
Yeah, we got time. We got time.
Yeah. I would say, I think, just looking at it, I think in the G League it would be the Mad Ants. I know I'm a little biased. Capital City has a good shot. Much as I hate to say it, Greensboro has a good shot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Canada.
And then I would have to say Stockton and Austin in the West. Like, I think from what I'm seeing, like, I think those are your 5 teams to contend with. But well, guys, it is getting a little late. But want to leave everybody with a some positive things. So, what does everybody hope we can get away? Trying to think of a good closing question, guys. Anybody got a good closing question? Nobody.
Who's winning the
Now is when you
elimination
play
chamber? No, I'm just kidding.
Now
John
this is
Cena. Speaking of that, they just lowered the chamber. Everybody.
Oh,
It just
well, we
Oh,
better
the
think of a
chamber.
closing question quick, because Ryan will be
Hey,
out of
hurry
here.
up, because
Yeah.
I'm about to be outie.
all right.
Be outie.
Ooh, I have one.
Oh, Logan Paul.
Okay,
Logan
go ahead,
Paul's
Joe.
out there.
Go
What
ahead.
is your
Go ahead, Colin.
What is your guys' favorite year of your professional hockey, your sports hockey team? Like your favorite roster year?
COVID Cup. Hands down.
Cup was a great time.
Hands down. I remember that was the year I really got to go to basically the entire playoffs for the first time. And got to watch my team win a cup. So that team was clearly the best team the Comets have ever assembled, and I enjoyed it. Dylan, go.
Sorry.
Oh.
My name's not Dylan.
Put me on the spot, why don't you? I don't know, man. Just like any team.
Yeah, any team.
I don't know. I'm thinking like the early 2000s Red Wings rosters with Zetterberg and
Yeah, I'll do
Minor
one here.
league.
I'll minor league sports rosters.
Oh, I thought you were just
Oh.
saying your favorite roster.
that's what I
then-
understood.
No,
and-
like all
okay.
professional sports, like one team.
Oh, then I can double mine. Either 2010, any of the 3 years the Hawks won the cup. Probably the last
course.
2, because that team was, when you add Corey Crawford into that, man, Corey Crawford, Duncan Keith, Patrick Kane, Jonathan Tate. Like, I mean,
You're
it's
missing one of the most important players, though, Kevin, off of those rosters.
Who?
What's his name? He played for Detroit in the Stanley Cup Finals in 2009 when they lost to Pittsburgh. I think his name was Marian Hossa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he won with Chicago and not with Detroit.
Yeah.
So he's forever a Hawk.
My favorite roster is 2008 Detroit Red Wings Stanley Cup
Yeah,
Finals.
that's what I was thinking too.
Okay. Ryan?
2011 Green Bay Packers. Super Bowl
Oh,
champs. Clay Matthews, Aaron Rodgers, Jordy Nelson, the defensive goat, Charles freaking Woodson.
Yeah. All right. Well, I say that's a wrap for tonight, guys. Thanks for listening. Let us know in the comments how you feel about the whole Toledo and Distillers line brawl and matchup, and what you think should be done. We're eager to hear. But in the meantime, we hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you, and we'll see you next time. Colin, what do we say?
Well, since Shane isn't here this episode, I'm going to say cue the music.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
See you guys.